At the end of the game, you chose to use all three of your timeouts while they were taking a knee. How did this loss make you feel?
The timeouts are not an emotional decision. The timeouts are a strategic decision. Seen crazier things happen, so you make them snap the ball at least. I mean, I know the odds are long, but the timeouts don't do us any good on the bus. Okay, it's a very frustrating loss. It's frustrating for everyone. There were parts of the game where we did some things pretty well. Unfortunately, the critical errors in every phase were too much to overcome.
Okay, move to Jeff Ferrata. Here we go.
Justin, can you just talk about the timetable of when you found out you weren't going to have these fellows available, and then also talk about what you thought about how the offensive line performed with basically 4 new guys in there for much of the game?
Found out Friday morning, mid-morning, I suppose, and I thought they competed really hard, and I don't feel like, that they were the reason that they could have done better, I'm sure, but I thought they competed really hard. And I think offensively, big picture, it was missed opportunities down in the red zone, especially, first half, and then the second half, we only got the touchdown. And unfortunately, we had some other opportunities, some third downs to convert, fourth downs, and weren't able to do it.
Can you just talk about what a seemingly a nightmare this season is turning into, with one thing after another, and how you expect your team to respond at this point, because you've had a lot of stuff thrown at you?
Yeah, I don't really look at it like it's a nightmare. It's really frustrating to lose the game. We had opportunities to win the game. That's what we look at. And so we're going to channel that emotion into improvement. I think we were better than we were a week ago. And unfortunately, as I mentioned before, the critical errors in each phase of the game just were too much to overcome. I mean, we can go through the offense, defense, and certainly the special teams, and things that maybe we did better, but you gotta execute at a high level to win the game. It's not just 1-2, and we didn't do that.
Thank you.
Okay, next go to Trace Travers.
Yeah, Coach, what did you see kind of happening on some of those special teams plays, namely the blocked punt and the big return by Bradford?
Well, I mean, the punt team had a tough day. We, we had a couple punts that we either punted to or they returned inside our own 40-yard line, and then the punt block in the fourth quarter, we get the ball at the 15. So there's 3 short fields. We had to delay a game, which was unfortunate and something we have to be better at. And then we had 2 touchdowns on returns that were called back. So, I mean, for the number of plays that we played on special teams to have this many critical errors, I mean, the 2 called back, the 2 punts returned inside our own 40, the punt block, and we had a return that we fumbled and we're fortunate to get back, but those are critical errors, and it's hard to overcome one of those, let alone 6 or 7. So we got to be a lot better on special teams.
And I wanted to check on how Safel is. He left at some point in the first half. How is he doing right now?
He was in good spirits, and we'll get an update on his injury from the trainers and doctors on the way home.
Thank you.
And next move to Jasper from the Daily Cal.
Hey, Coach. Gutting loss, but I think most of us agree you guys played a bit better than you did against UCLA. What do you feel like you did well today?
Well, offensively, really in the first half, I thought there was good rhythm, and we moved the ball down the field each time we had it, maybe save for a drive or so, but I thought they were in rhythm, in control. I thought Chase threw the ball much better. I thought we had some good productive runs, kind of were able to stay in some more manageable down and distances. We had a chance for a couple more scores down in the red zone in the first half, which would have really felt great. Didn't quite get those in the end zone, but I thought we had a good 2-minute situation at the end of the first half to steal a field goal. And then, the second half, we just didn't string it together as well. There really wasn't anything too much different that we were seeing, but It'd been nice to take advantage of some of those opportunities in the second half. We didn't quite get that done, but I think it was better, but it wasn't quite good enough.
Can you talk a little bit about that field goal decision at the end of the first half? I think it was quite remarkable to watch.
But we were able to get the ball back, stop them. I don't quite remember the sequence. Got the ball back. Thought the offense did a really nice job. We had ended up using our timeouts, and then threw the ball to the sideline a couple times, and we were really right at his range there. Just a bit of a tailwind for him, and good protection, and he knocked it through. So it was, in a situation like that, when you can manage and kind of finish the second quarter, especially when you're getting the ball to start the second half, it's something we work a lot on, is that phase of the game, the end of the second, the start of the third. And been really nice to come out and get a drive and get some points in the third, but we weren't able to do that. So.
Okay, next go to David Bush from Bear Insider.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned Chase's improvement, but could you elaborate a little bit on what you thought of how he played?
He was just in command and seemed more comfortable back there. Threw the ball on time, made some good plays with his legs. There's still a few in there that I'm sure he could play better, but it was an improvement.
And your young running backs, you used a lot of them today. What did you think of them?
Probably give you a better answer when we watch the video, but Damian had some nice runs. Marcel had some nice runs. He's done that for us before, but it's good to see Damian and Brad get a couple shots in there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, back to Trace Travers.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what changed for you guys on offense in the second half? Were they throwing more pressure at you guys? Was it anything specific?
No, nothing that was significant enough to qualify that result. We just didn't execute as well. We didn't, maybe block quite as well, or run, or throw, whatever it was. We weren't able to keep those drives going in the second half like we did the first. So 4-quarter game, and we got to do better.
All right, thanks.
Okay, next to Jim McGill.
Yeah, Coach, what happened on the tip ball at the end? And is that a play where you work with the receivers and the linemen on knocking it down when it's a batted ball?
Yeah, it's zero blitz. They're in zero man, and we're, that should, in most cases, if you can get the ball off in zero, it's a tough down for the cover guys. So he got the ball out quick. It got tipped, and receivers, linemen, everybody. If you can locate the ball, we want to make sure that they don't catch it. And you talk through those things, and that one's a tough one to end on.